Welcome. This is Fashion Arts Media. I'm your presenter, Lydia Cutler, and today with me is a gentleman who is an actor, a model, and also mindset coach. Welcome. Please tell us your name and what you do.
Thank you so much for the introduction, and a pleasure to be on your show. And thank you for inviting me on to basically share my story and my background and hopefully inspire some younger person or maybe even some older person about my journey and what's possible for everybody. So, my name's Alan Gorman, and as Lydia mentioned, I am an actor, model, and also a mindset coach. So yeah, that's me. And any questions we can fire away and we can get it going and spread the love.
When did you start modeling?
So I'll go far as back as when the idea hatched into my mind about modeling. If you don't mind. so
Yeah.
so I started at the age of um as far as I remember, at the age of like 15 and 16, that I wanted to get into modeling, and I was just always into fashion, especially designer clothes. I had a key interest in designer clothes. I just really loved their style and just how they come out with new things, because basically the fashion design and industry is they set the trends. You get me, and then the other lines of clothing start kind of trying to copy how they do things. But anyway, I first started to get into, and especially Versace, like that's my number one brand. I really like how they design stuff, and it's just really interesting. It really intrigues me. But anyway, so at a young age, I I wanted to be a model, but just because I wanted to be one doesn't mean I was going to be. Because what comes with that was a lot of insecurities, and I just never felt I was good enough. Because when I used to see models, like let's say on ads and billboards, and I actually looked at models on the runway, which really, really interests me, and I will elaborate on that a bit more into the interview. But I wanted to be a model, and I just never had the courage. I didn't know how to go about it. I didn't have the courage to do it because I always just thought I wasn't good looking enough, or I was just insecure, didn't love myself enough. And I, for years on end, I wanted to get into modeling, but I never took the action, because you don't take action on something that you don't believe in or that you don't think that you'll make anything in. So fast forward then up until the age of about 20. Obviously I wasn't constantly thinking about it. I just obviously had it in my mind. And then I got to 20, and I was just like, I was going to the gym and all. So that obviously made my confidence a bit better, because I started to get into physical shape. And then I started to say, "Do you know what, I can do this. I can be a model." But there was still fear behind it. But I was starting to say that I could do it. But what I had in my mind about being a model was, I said to myself, right, if I get into Abercrombie and Finch, then that means I'll be able to become a model, because majority of the time people who worked in there were models, or they were good looking, or they had some modeling contract. Because I knew a few people who worked in there and they were good looking, and they had that look for a model. And I said, right, if I get into there, I'll definitely be able to get involved in modeling. I don't know why I was doing this. I could have just went to a model agency rather than trying to get a job in Abercrombie. I was making it difficult
Exactly.
for myself. So
Mhm.
I went for an interview in Abercrombie. The first time I was so delighted and happy, didn't get the job.
Oh,
Yeah, I didn't get the job. So then I was a bit gutted about it. Then I tried again about a year or so later, and I didn't get the job again. And but it didn't really discourage me that much, you know what I mean? But then as time went on a little bit, I said, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going for it. And then I just emailed the model agency, and he says, yeah, send me your picture. And I sent it in. They're like, yeah, great. And I was just like, what? That easy? But it was a process to actually take. It took me a bit of time to actually have the courage to send off an email. But and then
right.
since that happened, then I just grew in confidence, and I started to apply for fashion shows and go over to different shows in different countries, and and then I just started to gain connections from going to the shows and you know what I mean. So that's how it all kicked off, kind of. That's a little background story. That was maybe I maybe first started at 17. it's only probably been about 4 years. 4 years since 4 years since I took proper action towards modeling. So about 4 years now.
Right.
I'm
Right.
involved in it. Yeah.
Right. What about acting?
So yeah, acting was kind of similar. So um, actually acting, I never had a drive or a desire to go into acting. To be honest, never looked at it as in like I wanted to do that. But I moved. I was over in Australia for a year, and I was basically on a transformational journey. So I was over there, and I wanted to change my lifestyle. I wanted to change my mindset. And I just thought to myself, what's the hardest thing I could do? What's the most challenging thing I could do? And then something just came into my mind saying acting. I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll do acting. I'll give acting a bash. So I was in Australia and I started doing acting classes over there. And then when I came home, I continued to do it and got myself into a few short films, a few TV ads, a few Irish programs, but like it wasn't really kind of serious roles, but it was a stepping stone and done some extra work. Um, but yeah, that's how I got involved in acting. I started doing acting class in Australia, and then I continued to pursue it. When I came back to Ireland, and I done a few classes and just applied for a few things, and just basically getting myself out there and just trying new things. And yeah, and then that's how I got involved in acting. So yeah, I really enjoy both of them. I just really come alive when I'm doing them. I really enjoy them.
Right. That sounds good. That sounds good. I saw you at Top Model Ireland. Do you want to say a bit about what your experience was with Top Model Ireland?
Yeah, absolutely. So this was obviously from the first time I sent that email off to the model agency. I then started to like Google stuff and Google fashion shows and Google stuff, and then I ended up Googling Top Model Ireland. And funny enough, it was only like I'm not sure of the duration between when I sent that email and started. I don't know the duration. Could have been a few months. Um, but I ended up email. Actually, no, I didn't email. I ended up ringing the number what was shown on Top Model Ireland, and I got talking to a girl, a lady, Audrey. Audrey was running it. Audrey O'Neill, I'm sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Audrey was running it, and she was very nice. You know what I mean? When I talked to her, she was just very outgoing and just real comforting when I was talking to her. So she was like, "Yeah, we actually are. Send me over photos. Send me over. Fill out the application form." And funny enough, we're actually looking for guys, but we're very low on guys, so we'll be great to have you. And I was just like, happy days. That was simple. So I ended up sending everything over. All well and good. Went and done some of the catwalks and went to the castings and just practiced for a few weeks. And it was a great experience. There was a lot of photographers there, many many models, and also fashion designers. And it was just a good environment. It was really confidence boosting and just being around like-minded people. And yeah, so fast forward a little bit, done a few training walks. I've never catwalked before, so obviously I was going to be a bit of an amateur. So I learned a few like poses and stuff, and then the fashion show went ahead. There was many people participating. Some also some talented people there. So yeah, people. There was a few awards. I'm not quite sure the names of them. There was like not top model female categories and stuff like that. And yeah, so I didn't win anything. I didn't win at but it was a great experience. Apparently I came second. So whatever that means. Apparently someone said I came second. So I'll take that.
Right.
You know what I mean? I came second. I'll take that. Whether it's true or not, I don't know, but I'll take that anyway. So I came second, and um, it was just a great experience to get off and walk on the stage in front of many people, because it is a bit fearful, but when you overcome that, you grow. So it was a great experience, and it really boosted my confidence in walking and just basically going towards opportunities. And yeah, great experience. Got great connections, and yeah, some lovely people and some fashion designers I actually still keep in contact with, who give me opportunities when they need people to walk. So to me, I won.
That's nice. So you said that initially you were quite shy and you didn't feel confident, but how did you become a motivational speaker after, being shy and
Yeah,
not
yeah,
feeling as if you could do it?
yeah. Good question. So, right. So right. So, it's like you could say there's a little bit of science to this type of work. You know what I mean? Like confidence comes through doing stuff what you're not confident in. Do you get me? So, little example. If you're a guy or a girl and you're not confident in going up and, like, let's say example, a guy, he's not confident in going up and talking to a girl and asking her out. Let's say a guy sees a nice looking girl in the street, but he has no confidence to ask her out. The only way he's gonna actually really gain the great confidence is going up and doing it. You know what I mean? Like, you can't really keep talking to yourself in your head about doing it and then don't doing it. So the confidence comes through action. So doing that thing what you're fearful about, um, and also this is the mindset part. So the action part plays a good role in it, but also visualizing things. So repeating words to your mind. So this is the coaching, the mindset part. So what I've done, like, I do self development work on myself. Like, I've been doing it, and that's what helped me gain the confidence of doing the modeling work, because I visualized myself doing catwalks like before I was even doing modeling. So I visualized myself doing catwalks. I visualized myself doing photo shoots, and then I repeat certain words to my mind, like, I am a successful top model. I'm a professional, successful top model. So when you're repeating them words in your mind, that's changing how you think, and then how you think, and it changes how you feel about yourself. And that's how I started to gain confidence, is because I changed my mind, and I changed the feelings I had about myself and about things I wanted in my life. So in a nutshell, I changed my thinking by repeating positive words, reading self help books, listening to positive videos, and then basically visualizing certain outcomes what I wanted to happen in my life, and then just also another combination of meditation and just basically just working out the mind and then taking action on the things I want, and then eventually then it just becomes second nature. Even with talking in front of people, um, I was fearful in doing that. Now I could talk about this stuff with my eyes closed. I don't think about what people are thinking about me. I just do it. I'm confident. It's become me. So basically, to answer your question, I just changed my mindset, how I thought and how I felt about things, and then taking action on it, regardless if I don't feel confident in it, because the confidence goes through repetition. You know that way.
Exactly.
So yeah, so that's
Exactly.
that's it.
I think you're great.
Thank you.
You've won a few awards. Do you want to tell us about them?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So I recently, well, it wasn't recently. It could have been. I'm actually, like, to be honest, I'm not sure with dates, so I'm not really going to say many dates. But it could have been 2 years ago. That I won top model of the year, and you might have to remind me the name. Matilda was the lady
Yes,
who
it's called International Runway Achievers
international,
Awards.
yeah, International Runway Achievement Awards. That's it. Um,
Mhm.
So yeah, there was obviously lots of people getting nominated for certain awards, and obviously I was coming up in the model industry, and I was just basically getting myself out there, meeting photographers, putting up photos, gaining attention, and obviously I got recognition for it because people were seeing that I was making progress, and I got awarded from it. So it was good to get some recognition for the hard work, and um, for taking courage on my dreams, because it just shows that things are possible if you just believe in it and work towards it. So I got an award for the International Runway Achievement Awards, which was, yeah, it's good. It's good to get a little recognition. You know what I mean? I didn't get
Exactly.
caught into it too much. I wasn't going celebrating for weeks on end. You know what I mean? But it was good to get recognition for it, for sure. Uh,
Right. Uh-huh.
yeah. So, and yeah, and actually then I was prevented. I was given another award for what was it, the following year, for top motivational speaker of the year, I'm sure. But so yeah, it's good getting little recognitions, because it just gives you that little boost to say that people are recognizing your work. So yeah, I got another award from Matilda for that as well. So yeah, it was it's all positive, yeah. So
Mhm.
that was just a stepping stone in my career of getting little recognitions for that, and a few other things as well I've done in the modeling work recently. I'm not sure, but I was over in New York in February. I went over and I done the New York Fashion Week.
Mhm.
So um I got asked to send a casting tape by a girl, Emily Dawson.
Mhm.
She's a fashion designer, beautiful
Mhm.
fashion. She's very talented lady, and she
Mhm.
reached out to me and just said, "I have an opportunity for you that you could walk in the New York Fashion Week official
Mhm.
show. I think that you could be ready to do it." And I was like, "That's amazing. Send me the details." And we were back and forth with a few fashion designers, and eventually we got it done. And I went over and I walked for a few fashion designers on, even in the actual original fashion show where the top models do be.
Mhm.
In Pier 59 in New York. So it was absolutely mind blowing because I've actually visualized this so vividly and so clearly. And especially it was in New York where I was visualizing. And then when it happened, it took me a few weeks to actually realize this, that I visualized this stuff to happen, and it came true. Because
Mhm.
the mind tries to trick you and say, just act like nothing's happened. But when you kind of stop and listen and be still and be like, wait, hold on, I wished for this and now it's here. And then I just kind of just realized then that this mindset this mindset stuff really works if you actually do the work and believe
Mhm.
it. So yeah, I was over New York Fashion Week. So yeah, I mean, the modeling career it has been going really well. And honestly, as of now, it's taken a little bit of a back seat. But it's always in my consciousness is that I want to create more projects and do
Mhm.
more things because it's a great industry. I really come alive when I'm doing it and also when I'm speaking about it. So
Right.
yeah.
That's amazing. Obviously, from what you're saying, um, you are getting these things done because of the mindset you have put out there through law of attraction. This is something really great because I think that everybody needs to have that to believe in themselves. And obviously, you are asking for things which are happening. That's amazing. That's really great. So, you want to tell us more about this?
Yeah, absolutely. It will be my pleasure. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So exactly everything you just said is the nail on the head. Spot on. Everything is in sequence. You know what I mean? Like everything is like. And this is the thing. Many people miss this type of thing. Like, see, you said the law of attraction, which is greatly. It's greatly put out there. Everyone, like, you could walk someone on the street and just say, "Do you ever hear the law of attraction?" Like, yeah, yeah, but they don't know how it works. They really don't know how it works or how it operates. And if they do know how it works, the law of attraction, many people are just focused on the material side of it, which is the wrong. It's not sort of wrong with the side of it, but that's only the small portion of it. You know what I mean? The material side of it and getting the money, the wealth, the dreams, the catwalks, the model opportunities. That's a small portion of it.
Mhm.
Um, like because so the law of attraction side of it, right? I'll just explain it in my terms, in my brief side.
Mhm.
So like the law of attraction it is always working for us. The answer is always yes. So whatever you focus on is that's what's going to come towards you. Many people don't realize this is because their focus is all over the place. So their attention is here, there, past, future,
Exactly.
past, future, past, future. So they don't even know that they're creating their own reality. It's because that their thoughts are going so quickly. But when you actually start to practice being present and practice on being still and meditating and looking inside your mind, you'll start to realize that the thoughts what are going on in your head are creating your outside reality. And when you start to work on your mind and start observing your thoughts and start thinking about what you're thinking about, nobody thinks about what they're thinking about because they're on an unconscious program. It's just going on, and you don't even know this is going on. But
Mhm.
so if you sit down in a quiet spot and have no phone, no TV, no outside noise, and just be silent. If you haven't done this before, it will be hard. Your thoughts will go on and on. Pay attention to what's going on in your mind, what thoughts you're thinking, because them thoughts are creating your outside reality. When you start organizing your mind, start organizing it, start reading positive information, start listening to positive information, start putting good information inside your mind just starts organizing itself naturally. It starts just working for you in order. So I'm not going to go, obviously we've only a certain period of time on this call, but I'm going to just keep to the basic. If you want to attract things into your life, you need to think specific thoughts around what you want. I'll just use my life, for example.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to be a model. So I started to think thoughts what associate with modeling. I'm a confident person. That associates with model. I'm a professional, successful model. That's also associating with my career. I am fit and healthy. That also associates with modeling because you need the body and the physique or the shape or whatever. So them affirmations will relate towards modeling. Then I'd close my eyes and I'd visualize myself walking on a catwalk. I visualize myself talking to a fashion designer. I don't know who it is. I'm not. You don't get too specific sometimes because then you don't give the universe a chance to actually let it come in a surprising way. So I visualize myself talking to a fashion designer, and I visualize a conversation with them that they're saying, "Oh, I'd love for you to walk my clothing line." So I'm visualizing this, and then what happens is you must. This is the main thing. You must feel it. You must feel like you must have you must have the feeling connected with what you're visioning, because the thoughts and the feelings must combine. If you're just thinking it and not feeling it, it's not working. And this will take practice, you know what I mean? But the more you keep rehearsing this, the feelings will come. They will come. But this is what, man, this is the number one primary focus. This is this is why people don't get what they want, or if they do, and why it takes so long, is because they think the thoughts, they do the imagination, and then they feel the feeling in that moment of when they're sitting down. But when they get up out of their meditation and mindset practice, they're back to the unconscious program. They're back thinking negative. Where is this? Why is my dream set? Where's the money? And then they're caught in traffic and they're screaming and feeling fearful. The fearful feeling is a completely different vibration of your goals and dreams. Your goals and dreams are a positive vibration. And the fearful feeling is a different vibration. You can't manifest stuff when you're on a different frequency. So people are getting up out of meditation state. After about an hour or 2 hours, after visualizing their dreams, they're saying, where is it? Why isn't it here yet? If you're saying to yourself, where is it? You're disconnected from it because you're looking for it. You don't look for it. You have to feel like you already have it. Because if you don't feel like you already have it, you're disconnected from it. So this is the challenging part. How do you feel like you already have it? How can I get up out of my meditation state and feel like I already have 10,000 euro in the bank? How do I do that? And the only way you can do it is becoming present. You must become present and stop thinking about it and be present.
Right.
So that's what people miss. They get up out of meditation state and then they're constantly back to their thinking. When you keep thinking, you're blocking it. So you must be present. And this is what I'd say about 90% of the world miss. When you become present, then you automatically feel good because you're not thinking. Your thinking is too much thinking is what blocks your connection. So you do your meditation practice, you visualize, you say the affirmations, and then you get up and be present. You focus your awareness on your breath. You're in the moment. You're not thinking about where is it, when is it coming. You don't care when it's coming because you're happy anyway. The reason why we want that outside thing is because we assume it's going to bring a positive feeling. But I'm saying you can feel good before it even gets here. Right. And that's the thing. How do you feel good? Be present. Come out of your mind. Stop thinking. And then the manifestations come. Presence is basically this in the state of receiving. We know how to ask.
Right.
How many times have you asked for your dreams to come true? Hundreds of thousands. So have I. But we know how to ask, but we don't know how to receive. How do you receive?
Exactly.
How do you receive? Be present. Be present, and then it comes. So presence is everything. I hope I didn't bore you.
Right.
I hope I didn't bore
you. No. This is really interesting because if you manifested your modeling career up to New York Fashion Week, models need to hear this. They can manifest anything, including New York, London Fashion Week, everywhere. So this is part of what I'm trying to promote. I want people to know that anything is possible. And what you said, really, I hope that so many people can listen, because from what you've said, anything is possible. New York Fashion Week is huge. It's a
Literally.
huge success, you know?
Yeah.
So if you got up to there by channeling all the positive thinking and wanting to be there, then other models need to hear this. Is there
Absolutely.
any, that's okay. Is there anything else you'd like to add to tell people, young or old, wanting to be models or wanting to know how to channel feelings the right way? Is there anything you want to add?
Yeah, like honestly, like I have so much to add because like it's just so exciting. Um, it's just so exciting, this type of area of work. But
Mhm,
I think it's vital. Not like I think no, I don't think people must know this information. They must,
mhm,
because like there's I won't go into too deep specific stuff, but there's laws governed in this universe. Yeah,
mhm,
the specific laws in the universe, a law what
mhm,
cannot be changed. Like example, I throw a rock off a balcony, it's gonna drop. That's gravity. It must fall. It must. And it's the same with thinking, feeling, imagining, and becoming present. They're laws. They're laws what people don't follow, or if they do follow, they're doing it against themselves. So if you think negative, you feel negative, and you're not present, you're gonna attract negative things. But people aren't aware of that. People don't know this information. You must go and
mhm,
seek it. I had to seek it. Someone didn't just start dropping this information straight to me. I had to go after it, but I had to seek it. But
mhm,
to answer your right, so I'll keep it brief. So
mhm,
I have a few things here. So for young people, old people, whatever, if
mhm,
you want to go after your goals and dreams, great. Have a direction, have a vision. Because if you don't have a vision, you're not going to go anywhere. You're going to just keep going around in circles. So you must have a vision in your mind of where you want to be, who you want to become. You don't need to know. You don't need to know how you're going to get there. Don't worry about the how. The how will
mhm,
happen by itself. That's the universe's job. You just need to know that you are going to make it, and that you are going to make it, and where you basically you need to know where you're going and that you're going to get there. You don't need to know how it's going to happen. Don't worry about the how, because the how, it's too complicated to know how. You know what I mean? I didn't know how I was going to get to New York Fashion Week. I just knew I would, and the how did happen, and I never would have guessed it. I wouldn't have guessed it. So you don't need to know the how. So know what you want. That's number one. If you don't
mhm,
know what you want, that's okay. Keep trying things. The trying things will get you to know what you want. Because the more things you do what you don't like, that brings you to more things what you know what you like. So let's say you're a waiter, you've done a waiter job, you don't like it. That's ticked off the list. You know now not to go near that. Okay, now I'm going to try working in a nightclub. I've done that. I don't like that. Now I'm gonna work as a child care. Okay, I've done that. I don't like that. The more things you do what you don't like, it's stepping you closer to something you do like. So don't worry. Don't try figure all of it out at once. It will happen. So just obviously keep trying new things. When you do find out what you want to do, focus on that. Become an expert at that. You know what I mean? So don't try do dancing. Don't well don't take me up fully. Yeah, like, as in itself, don't try it, whatever. But I'm just giving you advice from my perspective of life. If you're trying to be the best dancer, the best singer, uh, the best model all at once, your energy's scattered.
yeah,
Focus on one. Okay, I'm gonna be the best dancer I can be. I'm gonna focus all my energy on this, because then you will become better quicker at that, because you're focused on the one thing. I'm not saying you can't do three. Some people are very talented and can do it all at once. But even if you did focus on that one thing and gave all your energy and time to that, you will become better. So I'm just gonna give you from my example. Focus on one thing. Just focus on that one thing. Become an expert at that. And when you do, then you can try the other things. Because that's what I'm doing in my life. Focus on one thing and do not ever give up on it. Don't ever, don't ever lose focus of that. The thoughts will come in and say you're not good enough, you can't do this, and the main one what will come in is this will take too long. It's gonna take too long. You're living life anyway. What difference does it make? And if you are also saying it's going to take too long, then could be a slight chance that you don't really love it. Then it doesn't matter how long anything takes. If you love what you're doing, you love what you're doing. You're enjoying it anyway. So focus on one thing, keep working towards it, repeat positive words to your mind about what that subject is, and then visualize yourself already succeeding in it, and then become present.
Right.
And there's just one other little thing I want to add. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but the outside stuff is not really the answer to what you're really looking for. As I said, that's a small portion. It is a part of life. A part of life is about doing things, achieving things, learning things, making money, buying material stuff, wearing the nice clothes, buying the mansion, the fast cars. Yes, that is a part of life, and that's something what I bring into my life too. That's something I aim towards wanting as well. It is a part of the life, but don't tie your happiness to the outside stuff. Just do not do it. I've done it for years, and I was always let down. When I do my first motivational talk, I'll be happy. I done it. I was back to my original self after about an hour or three. That wasn't where my happiness was, but I told myself I will be happy when I do this. No. It happened so many times. When I do the fashion walk, I'll be happy. I done it. No. So where that brought me was that present moment, being happy and content where you are with what you're doing, with what you have. So you must be happy. You must find a way to enjoy the journey. You know what I mean? Because the money, the clothes, whatever, that's not the happiness. But the world is telling you that. The society is telling you the material stuff is where the happiness is. It's not. It's not. Being present, being fully yourself, coming out of your thinking mind, and being happy where you are with what you have. That's true happiness. That's the only thing that can give you happiness. So the dreams and the goals isn't going to fulfill you. It's you still go towards them though, because we have to do something in life. You have to do something. So why not work towards achieving higher, better things? Perfect. But don't get lost in them. Don't get lost in the outside stuff. Connect with your inner being. Come out of your mind. Be present. Be present while working towards your goals and dreams. So basically what I'm going to say in a nutshell, become present while working towards your doings. So be while going, be while doing. So be present while doing your stuff, learning, training, working towards stuff. Don't do your doing looking for happiness. Don't go after your doing looking for some type of happiness. So be present, happy while working towards things, because then it actually works out better for you. I talk all day on this, but anyway, I hope that makes sense. Anyway,
you know what? I was the one asking questions. I have learned so much things that will help me. I've learned a lot, really. I've learned a lot, especially about living the now, the present. So that's really good. Thank you so much. If people want to get in touch with you, especially for motivational speaking or acting, how can they reach you?
Yeah, so, and also thanks for your feedback, and I'm really happy it helped. And I just want to also say another thing. I'm also thankful for the people who I've learned off like lots of authors and like teachers, because I didn't just find this out myself. There's like about being present. Eckhart Tolle, he's one of the main people who helped me become more present, and I'd highly recommend listening to his videos. His name is Eckhart Tolle. So yeah, you can just guess his name. It will more than likely come up if you don't know how to spell it. But he hugely helped me in my journey. So yeah, and I just wanted to get that out there because I didn't want to take all credit. I've learned off other people. It's not just all me. I learned off other people. So I don't, as much as I'd like to take all the credit and get my ego a bit boosted, that's not the case. I learned off a lot of people too. So I'm very thankful for their work too, because I wouldn't be able to share this information as vividly as I am if I didn't have the help of YouTube videos and also books. So I just wanted to point that out there.
Right. You can also give us links to these people that have helped you, together with links to your own links, so that we can we need to learn a bit more, because this world is better having such information, not just for modeling.
Yeah, absolutely. But
Mhm.
they go hand in hand. Like the information what I'm speaking of makes you actually actually helps you, actually makes you get what you want when you use this information. If you're just, it's like, let's say you're thinking negative about things and you're going after your modeling career, it can still work out though, but it's a lot harder if your mind is not right. So
Right.
so like this information is actual, it's actually vital for you to achieve your goals. You can still get things like with not the bestest mindset, but it's a lot harder and it'll take more
Mhm.
than less a lot longer. So when you put practice into getting your mind right and your feelings right, the outside starts changing for you miraculously. It's magical. Like
Right.
that's why I'm so passionate about talking about it. But if you want to find my work, you can get me on Facebook. It's just, my name's just Alan Gorman on Facebook. The picture I have as my profile picture, I have a red jumper on and a pair of glasses. But you'll find me. You'll see under my photo, um, a little bio that I'm a mindset coach, entrepreneur, whatever. I have all that under it, so you'll know it's me. And then also on Instagram, you'll find me at Alan underline Gorman 8. So it's just ALAN underline or underscore and then Gorman GORMAN 8. And honestly, if you sit on that page for a few hours, I can more so guarantee that something will switch in your mind, because I just bombarded with positive videos and information. And it's to be honest, it's not so much me doing this work, it's this energy force working through me. So I cannot even take so much of the credit. It's just this universal energy, God, consciousness, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't really matter what you label it. I actually call it God, I call it creator, I call it source. As I said, doesn't matter what you call it, but there's something inside every one of us. There's something
Exactly.
inside every one of us what is magical. It's beyond words, what's waiting to come out and be expressed.
Mhm.
It wants to work with us. It wants to work through us. But what's happening is we don't let it. Not so. Who's we? The we is the thoughts, not as in we are the thoughts, but basically we're blocking it with our thinking. When you subside from thinking, when you come out of mind, something happens to us. We don't have to do anything. It happens. It's like our heart is beating. We're not beating our heart. Our heart is happening. It's just happening. We don't have to control our heart. When you become present, something happens. It just comes to you, and then you're liberated with pure energy. It's like you're like, oh my God, I've been living my life so backwards. And this is why the thoughts are blocking our connection. Thinking. Our awareness is trapped in our thoughts. Thinking. Take your awareness out. When you take your awareness out of your thinking mind, energy comes up into the mind, boom. And it's like ecstasy. It's better than any drug, any sex, any pleasure, any food. It's everything we're looking for. It's not, the dreams and the goals are a small portion. When this energy comes into your mind, you don't need anything. You don't need that, and you don't want that. And why? Because you feel like you already have it. The reason why we
Right.
the reason why we want stuff is because if I say to somebody, why do you want 10 grand? Or why do you want a million? Oh, because the stuff I can do. Why? What does the stuff do? Oh, the stuff gives me freedom. Why? What freedom? What does freedom give? Freedom gives a feeling. So we're always, it's just a feeling we want. But you don't need the outside. All you need to do is connect with your true self, and then you feel like you
Right.
already have the stuff. But when you know what happens, when you feel like you already have the stuff, that's when it comes to you. That's law of attraction at work.
Right. Right.
So I'm saying is
Amazing.
practice being present, and then everything else will just work out. That
Right.
basically.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
This has been great. I really appreciate your time.
yeah.
And I hope we can have you again. Actually, we definitely will, because I need to, today we talk generally, but I have another channel that is a bit more of spiritual nature. So I will definitely want you to come and talk to my viewers then.
That'd be a pleasure. Absolutely. Anything what can help an individual, because this life we live, and especially the past few months, has been very challenging. But
Exactly.
we are
Exactly.
here. We are here to be challenged. Because what do
Exactly.
challenges do? Challenges wake us up. What do I mean wake us up? It makes us look inside. It makes us want to
Yeah.
stop suffering. So yes, it would be my pleasure to go onto that site and talk about this. Absolutely.
Oh, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
pleasure.
you very much.
God bless.
But
Thank you.
God bless. Bye.